Hi,
Happy Friday. I'm Mark.
and I'm Rocky, and welcome to this Cruise Life special edition. And it's special because we've replaced Rocky and Mark. I'm Rocky, this is Mark. And this is not April Fool's. This is something that was devised, and we're on the NCO Joy getting ready for a great 10-day cruise through Alaska. And Pearl isn't here, but come on, Mark, say something.
I'd love to say something, but to be quite honest, I don't know anything about the ship.
All right, everyone. April Fools, April Fools in the end of May.
May Fools.
Oh my God, so funny. We just lost service. What? Okay, I'm not trying to.
Frozen. Gosh, her.
Talk to you right now, Siri.
How's that?
Not sure what's going on there with our cameras. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here.
Look at us. There we are. Can you see us? Why are we crooked?
Oh, there you are. There.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. We're having a little bit of some technical difficulties there. Got mom and dad to join us, and things were fun for them, but now for some reason we're having some troubles getting my device to record us properly. Yes, I know. So anyway, happy Sail Talk Friday. This is something new. We don't usually do Fridays, but we are on board the beautiful Norwegian Joy in the beautiful Seattle. Unfortunately, it's a little washed out with the camera that I'm currently using, but I will be working on changing that in just a moment here as soon as we get the other device booted back up. I got a notice that there's no audio. Is that still the case out there? Can you still not hear me? Just checking to see if anything has changed there with the audio. Perfect now. Thank you so much, Bryce and Lint. Appreciate that. So yeah, we are on the Norwegian Joy, getting ready to sail to Alaska for a beautiful 10-night itinerary. It's going to be amazing. 10-night itinerary means that we have longer ports, longer stops when we're actually cruising along. When we get to the port of Victoria, we actually get a full day there, which is also unusual.
Hi, everyone. I'm the tech guy here. I'm on tech support today. So if you were here for the very beginning, you saw a very special welcome from the new Mark and Rocky here on this cruise live.
And improved.
Oh, I just heard an improved. We are sailing with Rocky's parents this 10-day journey, and so it's going to be a blast. It is their first Norwegian cruise line voyage, and so we are super excited to show them all of the things that make Norwegian unique and different. And I think we are getting to a camera that you're going to be able to see Seattle behind us. We are literally sitting here in the Norwegian cruise terminal or the port area of Seattle, and it's a beautiful day. Rocky needs to take his case off of his phone. Take the case off the phone. Something is pressing in. So the reason why our camera kept cutting out is Siri kept coming on to say hello. Oh, good time. So now the case is off the phone and it should be working just fine. No, it's broken.
It's still trying to do something.
Okay. Well, how about we use this device?
It's not double strength from it.
I don't know. We'll find out. So we are here at Le Bistro on board the, oh, it's audio talking. We're at Le Bistro on the outdoor area. So one of the things that we love about the Norwegian ships is this waterfront area. If you've been on them, you know what we're talking about. Marcy is here. Hello, Marcy. It is good to see you. Thank you for joining on this very special random Sail Talk Friday. Alaska sailings are always so unique because you sail out on like Tuesdays or Thursdays or Fridays. And so we're more used to the Saturday and Sunday sailings, but we're here, we're in Seattle and we're loving it. Oh, I love it. Sandy C. Hi, Mom and Dad. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Mom's already off exploring the ship, y'all. Literally, she's going to take pictures. Mount Rainier is behind us, which you'll eventually get to see. She's off exploring and taking pictures. Thank you, Sandy C. Yes. Sorry about that, Candy. Hopefully the freezing has been fixed up to this point. Oh, hi, we're logging in over there. Hi, Mom and Dad. Kathy B is here. Hi, Kathy B.
Hi, Kathy.
Again, Bryson, thank you for letting us know. It is perfect. We will edit this out. So if you're watching the replay, you're not going to hear all of that pausing and glitching. Sorry about that. Hi, Brandy. It is good to see you. Seattle is her hometown.
With this device.
Uh-oh.
You know what it is?
What?
It's not plugged into the right port.
Oh, we have things plugged into the wrong place. We figured out what's going on. I tell you. Hello, Seattle is Brandy's hometown.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we did not have a ton of time here. We stayed near the airport, which was lovely. We had a great driver to the port today. I was shocked how quick we got to the port.
Yeah, it was fast.
Oh, everyone says it's working and they can hear us. Yay! Victoria is beautiful. It is one of our favorite ports. Yes?
Yes, it's one of our favorite ports.
Absolutely. One of our favorites. Okay. Can you see you?
Yep. Let me just have a look-see here and see what we're looking like on this one before I pop it in. I'm sorry for the arm view, everyone.
Can you bring it down a little? There we go. Are we up here now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Almost. Sorry, y'all. We're almost there. Ready? Set. I'm gonna go dark.
Hey, look at that. Ooh.
There we go.
Hopefully you can hear us as we figured out what was wrong. That's a first.
Yep.
I don't think you've ever plugged it into the wrong thing before.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
That's okay. We're back. We're good. Yep.
Come on.
I saw
Good,
it.
good.
Showing everything.
Good.
Okay, so where did we leave off? Sorry for
Right.
that, everyone. We've been getting through this. Kathy B said Victoria is beautiful. Absolutely agree with you. It is a gorgeous port.
And here's the thing that we get frustrated about Alaska is Victoria, you usually only have 4 hours there. So it's the mandatory stop for the Jones Act. This time we've got like 14 hours in Victoria.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it. Oh, the other nice thing is they can now see Seattle behind
Yes,
us.
you can see Seattle
Oh, that's
downtown
awesome.
area.
I love it. So Rocky's laptop camera is lovely, but it is not near as good as the iPhone's camera.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely agree there. Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much for tuning in and sending us a comment. Good to have you.
So we boarded. Boarding was super smooth,
Yeah.
super fast.
It was fast.
I mean, there were the typical crowds that you would expect to have in the terminal and the typical switchbacks.
Yep.
But from the time we dropped the bags to the time we were on the ship, 30 minutes?
Yeah, I would say
30? Do you think even 30? I mean, like that?
Yeah, a little bit of confusion about the actual who's going on at what time. There was some miscommunications there, and that's what it sounded like.
You know how that sometimes is? This terminal is not great for the PA.
Which is interesting because this is Norwegian's cruise pier. You would think that they've made some updates and changes.
Think
but
about Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's
Carnival's brand new terminal in Port Canaveral. And you're like, what?
they need to get some sound engineers on there.
I
know
don't
what's going on.
understand. Do you know who does have a great PA system?
Who's that?
Remember? The Port of New Orleans. Port of New Orleans.
Yeah, that was good.
They have a great PA system. Maybe the Port of New Orleans should help train others.
I think so. They're closed for business right now, so now's a good time for them to start training.
What do you mean closed for business?
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. All the excitement. Port of New Orleans does not have a home ship right now. Carnival Liberty is normally out of New Orleans, as well as Carnival Valor, and both of them are actually in dry dock right now in Cadiz, Spain.
Wow.
Norwegian doesn't have a ship there. Royal Caribbean doesn't have a ship. They've all reshifted their ships around. And so I'm wondering if maybe they're working on some port construction and some updates silently.
If you want.
I've looked online and there's nothing listed on any websites out there about what's happening at the port. So
Maybe-
we'll see.
Maybe Margaritaville at Sea could put a ship there. Just a thought.
That's still like a year and a half
I know.
out.
It's still a ways out. It's still a ways out. Mom and Dad are going to explore right now.
Yeah.
They're just so you're going to see them walk
There we
by.
go. Bye, Mom and Dad. Cool. Cruising with Brandy said, hello, parents. Kathy B said, Rocky, is this the ship that I want to book for Alaska? Yes, it is. It is. There's actually 3 sister ships in Alaska that sail from Norwegian.
That's wild.
Yeah, they're the largest of the Norwegian ships, the Breakaway Plus class. You've got the Norwegian Joy, which is what we're on, the Norwegian Bliss, as well as the Norwegian Encore.
So I've been on Encore to
Yep.
Alaska. Absolutely loved it. This is a sister ship. So what's interesting is they made changes between this ship and Encore. I've already seen a couple of things that have been moved around,
Right.
which I think it's fascinating because the ships are not that far apart in age.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
And then we were on Baby Sister or Older Sister
Older sister,
Getaway.
yeah.
Older, smaller
they're smaller
sister.
sister
Yeah.
getaway.
They're so
Started-
strange with their Breakaway and Breakaway Plus.
Yeah.
Keeping
Prima,
them all-
Prima
yeah,
Plus.
keeping track of them all. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when Prima Plus
Plus.
gets her 10%, is she going to be Prima Plus Plus?
I have no idea what they're gonna call that.
Hey, Norwegian, let us know. Drop a comment.
Number shift, just tuning in now, I could tell that it wasn't Mark because of how quiet she was.
Did you hear Rocky's dad? He's like, you're normally talking and using your hands. I was like, wait a minute. That's not how I talk, is it?
Called you out.
Fair.
Tom said, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Cameron, Mark and Rocky. Thank you. Having a beverage to celebrate NCAA tourney basketball win. Oh, baseball win.
Whoa.
Have a great cruise to Alaska. Thanks, Tom. Thanks
Who's
for
gonna
being
win?
here.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah,
Tom?
who are you rooting for? Who we need to root for? Sean Murphy said that's beautiful. All is good. Thank you
Thank
so much, Sean. Eric, hi, Mark and Rocky. Boarding the Aqua tomorrow. Take us with you. Although I'm excited about Alaska.
I am excited about Alaska and I'm excited about the Joy, but I will tell you, we just uploaded yesterday. We just uploaded it. It's not live. We uploaded the Aqua full review. We have a lot to say about that ship.
Good.
There's a lot, and it is. I can't tell you the ratings. You're just gonna have to watch. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I had a beat button.
Eric, have so much fun.
Yes,
It's
let us know how it goes.
and let us know. Truly, I would love to hear from you. Your honest thoughts, Eric. What you think of the ship?
Yeah, that's awesome. Marcy just got home from the Radiance today.
Oh my gosh, has it been a week already?
It's-
It's been a week.
Yeah, well, not a
Gosh,
full week.
Not a full week, but I don't think it was a. I
Yeah.
don't think it was a week long
Since
sale.
we were last on Saturday.
Yes,
Our
yes.
normal traditional time.
How was it? And Marcy, she had an assignment. Remember to go to that midnight buffet
Yeah,
to see if the food has improved. Hopefully, it has.
I hope so too. Michael Petrozak said, how many times have you been to the local thus far?
Oh.
So, cruise tip, if I could do the zoom in with the font on there, I would.
Hey, I'm the one that always says, "Can you put this on the screen here?" And you're like, "No, I can't." Now you.
That's
wanna
why I
do
said, if I
that? Oh,
could.
okay. Okay.
If I could, I would. Cruise tip, embarkation day, do not even think about going to the local for lunch.
We've done that. We've done that before, and it was lovely.
It's chaotic.
So if you want to sit down, like Rocky's parents wanted to sit down and chat and plan out the cruise, that is not a great. The local's not great for that because the local, it's a bar, it's a restaurant, it's loud. There's live music, there's all sorts of stuff happening, and so on Embark especially, it can be chaotic because it's the first thing many people see as they walk on the ship.
And they're hungry when they board.
But I mean, there were seats available when we boarded at about 11. I mean, we could have easily gone there, but it's a louder space. And so we actually, something we don't normally do on a cruise, we went to the main dining room for lunch.
Yeah.
And it was slow. It was slow, but it was lovely.
We had to leave before dessert service.
Yeah. We were able to map out the whole cruise. We were able to enjoy just a sit-down meal.
We were able to map out as much as the cruise line allows.
True.
Which
That's
is
true.
1 day.
1 day. Norwegian only does 1 day at a time. Wish they did more.
Maybe someday things will
here.
change. Sandy C, my first NCL cruise will be on in April. I'm interested in your mom and dad's thoughts of an NCL. Please let us know their opinions after the cruise. We will absolutely feature that on our final full review, I think.
And we'll talk to you next week. We have to figure out Sail Talk Saturday next week because we're at sea and will not have service.
Well,
And then Sunday we're in
Victoria.
or where are we Friday? We might do a Sail Talk Friday again.
Friday is
Especially with these numbers. Look at y'all. Y'all are joining in droves. As Blake mentioned, please hit that like button.
That's something Blake would say. Yeah, I
And
think
yes.
we're in Ketchikan.
So maybe we have them come on and tell them about their experience. So
That'd be awesome.
fun.
Or we could do it in Victoria. It's a long enough port.
Okay, true.
Megan C is here. Good afternoon to you, Megan. Thanks
Hello.
for joining us. Oh, bummer for no.
Ouch,
Oh,
bummer for no.
Yeah, I know. We'll get there eventually. We've got plenty of time. We're on for 10 days, so I'm not too worried about it. Kathy B is giving us some hands up praises. Thank you so much, Kathy B. Good to have you here. Cruising with Brandy said, have a great cruise, guys. I have to drive home from work. We'll talk when you're home.
The good news is this will be recorded in perpetuity. Rocky stressing out about his phone going into Siri mode constantly. Interesting.
Now we know how to fix it.
Now we know how to fix it.
Yay. Eric is on the Joy to Alaska in August. Eric, you have a great cruise life. We love your cruise life.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Can you move, please? Thank you. So Eric, question. When you book your cruises, do you go to thiscruiselife.com/about? And then a couple months after, you're just like, I'm going to pick this ship because I'll know what the scoop is? If so, that's amazing. And do that.
Love that. Marcy said, Mark, did you remember proper shoes this time?
Oh,
Marcy remembers.
Fun fact for anyone that may not recall, the last time we went to Alaska with Rocky's parents, it was 104 degrees in Phoenix. 104 degrees in Phoenix. So I didn't even think about it as I showed up in the airport in sandals. And I did not have actual shoes for Alaska. And I panicked. I had a panic moment, but thankfully my brother lives there in Phoenix, and so he was able to courier me down a pair of closed-toed shoes. I did have my gym shoes, but I didn't want to run my gym shoes going out into the wet wild of Alaska.
Right.
I mean, and it was wet. Our shoes got soaked that cruise. And so thankfully
for forest tour and everything else.
But there is nothing worse than when you're walking through security, TSA, and you look down at your feet and you're like, why am I wearing sandals and not shoes? Oh gosh, we had just walked Hero. It was a whole thing. And so yes, Marcy, I do have shoes.
Blocked off of that side.
Oh,
they're bunkering.
They're bunkering and cleaning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Rocky, what is bunkering for those that might not know?
Bunkering is the act of refueling a cruise ship. Usually it is a floating barge that does not have a propulsion system. They use tugs to pull the bunker or the floating barge into port next to the ship, and then they will hook up the ship to that barge and they will siphon the gas from the barge onto the ship for its journey.
We have a question from Candy as well.
I see that. Where's the like button? Candy, if you are currently viewing in full screen mode, you won't see that like button, so you would need to exit that full screen mode. Otherwise, it should be just below and to the left of the current stream if you're on a computer, and Mark is pulling it up on a phone. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was.
Hi,
oh, Dad says hi. It should be a thumbs up looking thing. That's what you're looking for to like this video. Thank you so much for that. So bunkering, the ship is currently refueling so that we can be prepared for our 10-night journey.
Yes.
That should be the only fuel that we need to take on board. I think usually the provisions that are done on embarkation day are enough to satisfy the entire cruise for this length.
We probably will take on some fresh seafood in the ports of Alaska because Alaska obviously is known for their seafood. We're super excited.
They'll also take on water because their system can't replenish the water supply enough. We watched it on that.
Oh,
wow, interesting.
It was on Smithsonian, and they got to one of the ports, and they took 3 hours of water.
Wow, I don't know if you heard that from Rocky's dad, but he watched a special on this ship, and it can't generate enough water, and so they take on water in one of the ports as well.
That makes sense for Alaska. You probably can't take the water from
the reason is because there's so much silt in the water, the filters get plugged. And they have to constantly keep changing them. I don't know if they can hear me.
That's wild. I don't know if you can hear Rocky's dad, but they get silt. There's a lot of silt in the waters of Alaska.
Right.
So they can't take on like they do on, think about when we're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
They just replenish the water. That's so cool. I learned something new. Also, if you are curious and if you have the Smithsonian channel, there is a special Smithsonian if you're watching. I mean, go ahead. jump on into the comments, or jump into the DMs. Smithsonian has a cruise special that is specifically dedicated to the Norwegian Joy. So once you watch our videos about the ship,
Yeah.
then you
Then
can
you
watch,
can watch
you can
those.
watch those too.
Debbie did say she had to shut her chat window to click the like button at the bottom. Thank you for that
Thank
insight,
you.
Debbie. Appreciate it. Michael was saying, oh, sorry, NO is
No.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
So bummer for New Orleans. Yeah,
For New Orleans not having a ship right now. Yep.
that's fine. They'll come back. They'll come back.
They're bringing what? Guess what ship are they bringing to
The
Orleans?
Prima, Norwegian Prima is going to be making an appearance in New Orleans.
I love that ship.
Yes.
So if you are looking for a fun ship
Candy said
to
hi.
get on, the Norwegian Prima is a great one.
I'm in search of liquid or
Oh, yeah. Rocky's dad
Great.
is opt to use his More at Sea beverage package for the first time. I'm super excited. We are in the port of Seattle, so there will be a sales tax that Norwegian passes on to passengers.
But of course. Let's see here. Thomas Zaborski said 6 days until our 4-day New York City to Bermuda. Weekend getaways are heaven. Let's get rid of the Jones Act, right?
Hallelujah. Can we not get rid of it's 2025? Can we not get rid of this antiquated law? It's just the Jones Act, if you're not familiar.
I have an entire article about it on
We
the site.
do. It requires cruise ships to stop in a foreign country before they can actually
If
come
they're
back.
round trip US.
If they're round trip US, they have to stop in a foreign country.
Yep.
It's just silly.
Yep.
It's why so many cruise ships stop in Ensenada. and
Or
Victoria.
for 4 hours.
Yep.
Sounds like Dad was perfectly possible.
That's great. These microphones are fantastic.
They are. He has walked away, however.
He has.
Michael is sending drinks.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you,
I love it.
Michael.
Thank you so much. We have not heard, I don't want to jinx it, but we've
We
not
are.
heard the bing, bing, bing.
It's going
outside. Yeah.
now.
Now it's going to come on.
Stop playing outside. Maybe because it's Seattle and it has to be quiet.
Oh, that would
They
be
can't do
nice.
that.
That would be nice,
It would
wouldn't
be
it?
amazing.
Okay. What else do you want to tell them about today?
So I will say, walking onto the ship and getting to walk through the local as we were heading back to make our reservations, the local looks very different on this ship. Now, to be fair, the last local that I had on a breakaway class ship was actually not the local.
It was Sheehan.
Sheehan's
Yes.
Bar and Grill.
Yes.
And that venue was very dark spaces, very rich colors, like forested greens and deep reds and that sort of thing. And getting on here, the local is very bright.
Right. Open air.
Yeah.
There are no dividing walls. It's just open. It's
Right.
a very open feel, which I think is great.
And it didn't feel like it went as deep to the starboard or the port side as it did on Getaway. Almost something is off center.
Here's something that I didn't notice, and I'll have to look at this, is did they yank out that bar that is in the local that is never used? Did they rip out that serving area?
I don't know. We'll have to
We'll
take a look.
We'll do a tour, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
All right, let's see.
Who's been on Norwegian?
Oh yeah,
Joy?
that's a great question.
Is there anyone out there that's been on this ship before? I'm just curious.
Good question.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Number Shift Daniel said, if you don't like the Jones Act stops, try out the Norwegian Pride of America. Just learned about that the other day.
I love how much Number Shift has learned about
Yes.
cruising since meeting us.
Yeah.
Actually, most of our friends since meeting us have learned a lot about cruising,
That's
whether they want to or not. It's just
Yeah.
it's just the reality of hanging out with Mark and Rocky.
So the challenge, that's a great piece of advice, Number Shift.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you for sharing that.
And I do want to get on the Pride of America. I definitely want to get on that ship.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds great.
Oh my gosh, I think it sounds amazing.
So here's my hesitation with Pride of America. One of them, now this one doesn't impact us so much because we don't gamble, but there is no casino on board. The ship is old. And it has a very interesting exterior appearance about her. The ship is,
You know what, Rocky? Sometimes it's about what's on the inside that counts, right, y'all? Let Rocky know. Sometimes it's not always about exterior appearance.
a 7-night cruise is almost double what you would pay for any other 7.
There we go. Okay, so doing 2 cruises for 1. Okay, now you're talking my language. I was like, I think Pride of America I think that itinerary where you spend a full day and night in each of the Hawaiian Islands, I think that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So the price point of the Pride of America is expensive. Plus, you have to fly to Hawaii and
Right.
a long flight.
Right.
And
So I have some clients that have sailed on the Pride of
Yep.
America, and they said it wasn't that great of an experience overall.
okay,
What
specifically?
the age of the ship,
Age.
it was showing its age. Now, to be fair, Pride of America is currently in dry dock in Portland, Oregon. So hopefully they're doing some much needed TLC on the ship.
So perhaps that's our sign to get on Pride of America. Oh, there's also
Maybe.
there.
We're talking.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Just check it.
So I'm not going to dissuade you from going on it, but I'm going to give you the recommendations and suggestions and things to be aware of before getting onto that ship. That's where it comes down to.
Okay.
All right. Dwayne said if we do a Drake passage rather, to count him in, it's on his bucket list.
It is on my bucket list as well. There's
That'd be
not
fun.
a lot of Drake passage options or
No.
sailings,
No.
but I would absolutely do
I
that.
think Princess does it every once in a while.
The unique sailings. I'm still trying to get this guy through the Panama Canal, so that's on the list. Trying to get this guy on a transatlantic. I think we may have picked a transatlantic. I really think we may have picked a transatlantic, y'all. Super excited about that.
Yes.
And then eventually a trans-Pacific.
I mean, that would be great.
There's not a lot of those.
I would love to sail around the Med and around Northern Europe. That would be really cool. Australia.
Australia.
It's a long list, y'all. We can use some sponsorship.
Australia.
Anyone want to sponsor us? Let us know.
Any cruise lines out there watching that have an extra, we'll work for our food. We'll sing for. I won't sing.
Please don't make them sing.
Thank you. Okay.
The Cam Fam is here. Good afternoon to you.
Cam, welcome aboard. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Seattle.
It is Seattle.
I love it. The last time I was here in Seattle, it was a bit rainy, believe
Yeah.
it or not. I know it's hard to believe, but we're here on the waterfront. The Space Needle is right over behind us, or kind of to the side of us. It's a great day.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm enjoying the views. Vegas Night 99 wants to know how full the ship is. We do not know yet.
We will find out for you, though. We absolutely will find out for you.
I actually cannot even see if they're still boarding the ship. I'm sure that they are. It's only 2 o'clock here. But I cannot see that area. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll post that information once we find it. Apparently none of those items are important, but pricing is where he said
pricing is important. Yes.
Thomas said if the inside doesn't have a casino, it's a no-go.
Who else doesn't have a casino on the sea?
Disney ships, Disney Cruise Line.
Disney does not have casinos, which is interesting. So what about the new one that's launching from Singapore? Will
Adventure? I don't know.
Will that have a casino?
It might, because it's going to cater to an Asian crowd. I don't know.
An Asian market. The Asian market, yeah. I'm curious.
I don't know. I think that's actually like
It's
a Disney morals thing.
And morals.
Morals.
Morals?
Oh. Morals. That.
Okay. That's okay.
Yes. So Marcy, that is the other challenge with Pride of America. Pride of America is primarily staffed with US citizens. And if you think about it, you don't really make a ton of money working on a cruise ship. And obviously they're paid minimum wage as part of the requirements. But they do have a big challenge on retention on board the Pride of America.
Yes. We've literally talked to Norwegian cruise lines and cruise line execs who have said it is very challenging to staff that ship. And so when a ship sails only in the US and it's a US flag vessel, half of the crew, over 51% of the crew, has to be US based. And so they struggle staffing that ship.
Yeah, I do. Megan C said it can't be worse than her Hawaiian sailing on the former Norwegian Wind back in the early 2000s before she was retired. The Wind was tired.
We've been on a couple of tired ships, honestly. Celebrity Solstice she's going in for dry dock. Celebrity Solstice, that was one of my cruise news articles for the week. Celebrity Solstice is the first ship to go through Celebrity's new, what did they call it?
I don't even know.
Enhanced, their new enhancement package and program. It's going to be coming to all of the old ships. She will be the first one. It's called the Celebrity Renewed. So Solstice will be the first ship in Celebrity's fleet that will receive the Celebrity Renewed treatment. And so we're excited about that. Norwegian Sky.
Yes, and Sun.
And Norwegian Sky was one we were on.
Yeah.
She was also a dated ship. And not, I mean, I like the dated. I like Carnival Conquest. She's a dated ship. She's from 2000, and I love that ship. Yes, there are things that don't work anymore, and there are lights that haven't worked probably in 15 years. But I love the ship because it's still charming and it's got a lot of beauty. But Sky and Solstice, those were kind of off. Okay.
Oh, there is an announcement.
There it is. Oh, wait, it's you. I gotta get a picture of this.
We might be able to provide you with a very important safety
You're
information.
not allergic to coconut,
I
right?
hope not. That's my favorite.
I
The
hope
coconut.
Proceed to your muster station up on.
Oh gosh, that's good. Oh,
Bye.
I guess it's not mine. I was just getting to sip. Oh, it is mine. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Later, you may have
Do you want some?
No.
some station.
I was asking them. It's very good. So they're telling us about the assembly stations right now, the muster assembly stations. Assembly or muster. How was muster today? What did you guys think of muster?
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. You heard it?
Marvelous. I've never experienced a better muster in my life.
We did not pay them to say this, y'all.
You heard that, right?
Never experienced a better muster in his life.
Only fuse with NCL if you want to make sure you muster immediately.
I mean, honestly, Norwegian probably,
They do muster right.
they do. I think they probably have the best muster of all the cruise lines. Now, I don't know in the case of an actual emergency, how well it's gonna go.
For the station procedure
You're very welcome.
and to pick up your vacation. Wine, your hardworking housekeeping team are making the final touches.
The rooms are still not ready, so it's just after 2 here. And so rooms should be available any minute now. Oh, they're welcoming back the Latitudes members, which is always a nice touch. Okay, this is here. Oh,
Welcome back.
So all the opposites.
so we're gonna take Rocky's parents. It's beautiful, Norwegian Joy. We're gonna take Rocky's parents to the welcome back party.
The Latitudes party. Yay!
We'll be curious.
Hey.
We're not gonna ruin the surprise for them, but there's food and drink there.
Oh, okay. And when's this happen?
That
tomorrow usually.
Tomorrow, usually the first seat. Okay, who did we miss? Who else?
Okay.
Who joined?
So Biggest Night 99 said, do you think they will break the Cagney not so good streak? We are hoping so.
We're gonna find out tonight. We
are?
literally are going to Cagney's on the very first night of our cruise. We're gonna introduce Rocky's parents, obviously, to Cagney's. This is their first NCL cruise.
Right.
If you're just joining, and so this is all new to them, which I'm excited about. They went to Sugarcane Mojito Bar for the first time. This coconut
That's very
mojito.
nice.
I mean, it's my favorite drink there. That is my third favorite drink. There.
Third
Do you know what my second favorite is?
pineapple one?
The jalapeno. The jalapeno mojito. That's my number 2. But the
So
coconut.
this is a raspberry guava mojito.
The problem with Sugarcane Mojito Bar
Is they're drinkable?
is look at how much is already gone. It goes down like juice.
It does.
Yummy adult juice, by the way.
And then Biggest Night 99 sent us face blue smiling. I love when we get those types of notifications.
I like it.
The camp fan said old ships are great. We agree.
Hey, what are you? Sorry, just going back to Cagney's because
Okay.
it's a great break the streak at Cagney's.
Okay, all right.
What do you think you're gonna get tonight at Cagney's?
You know, I'm actually thinking of getting a filet mignon this evening.
Not the lamb?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see when I get there.
Okay.
We'll see.
And
I-
sides.
Oh yeah, sides. Got to get the mashed potatoes. Hopefully they're a little bit less chunky than they were on Norwegian Sky.
I've got other cruise news for y'all. I've got other cruise news. Someone broke this to us on YouTube and I didn't believe it. I was like, I don't really buy that. But then I Googled it and Google seemed to confirm. And so we said, we're going to get on board to confirm. Norwegian has removed the filet mignon from all of the specialty dining restaurants with the exception of Cagney's. Now, there is a beef filetto still on the menu at Le Bistro. So I think that
Oh yeah. You're fine. Yep.
so at Onda, they've replaced the filet with a New York strip. And there are several places that had filet. They have New York strip now, and so it's part of the reality of going to a cover charge. So before they could charge market price for filet,
Yeah, that's true.
but now that these restaurants just have the single cover charge, they can't increase and decrease that cover charge as their costs change.
Right.
And so they've pulled the filet off the menu and they've replaced it with the New York strip. I don't know that the fillet will ever come back.
I don't anticipate it unless the price of beef goes way down. Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, Sean said, excuse me, sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh, we will be on the Conquest next for the adults-only casino cruise. We want to know more, Sean. We're so curious to hear about that.
We've actually had a couple of people reach out to us already about the SEA, sailings exclusively for adults, that Carnival is piloting or testing out. So Conquest was originally supposed to go in for dry dock, and they had to reschedule the dry dock, and so they said, oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that's why they did it.
Yeah, so they said, well, we're gonna fill the ship. Let's do sailings exclusively for adults and invite casino players
That's cool.
and card holders. And yeah, and so I'm super curious. We've had several people reach out saying that they've been invited or they've received invites and they're going. And so I love that you're going to be going on that. Please let us know how it is.
That'll be fun.
And it's so fun reading the Facebook groups. They're just trying to compete with Virgin.
No competition.
They're
between
not
the two.
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
compete with Virgin. And Virgin are two separate products.
They would have to include the steakhouse and bonsai. They would have...
Yeah, they're not trying to compete. But they are doing something that guests have asked for a long time.
True.
An adults-only Carnival cruise.
Right. Sandy C said our cabin on the Carnival Liberty had no hot water. I'm so excited about her dry dock because NOLA is my home port. That's perfect. We have, well, Mark has 2 Liberty sailing boats this year.
Love if NOLA was my home port. I love New Orleans. I mean, that's my favorite port.
It's a cool port.
It's one of my favorite ports. It's hard to pick a favorite.
We love Seattle.
They're all favorites for different reasons, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're happy that ship is in dry dock. She needed it. So we're excited for that to change. So yeah, Liberty. Yep, and Bell.
And does Spirit go into Spirit's out of dry dock?
Spirit's sailing Alaska now. Happy Sail Talk Friday, Connie. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Connie, welcome aboard. Happy Sail Talk Friday.
The Cam fam said these look refreshing.
They are refreshing.
They are.
Cheers.
Connie likes mine better.
More better.
Thank you, Connie. Candy said ribeye would be better than New York strip. Yes.
Replace all of the fillets with New York strips. I don't want New York strips.
I don't know why they would do that.
Hey, it's cheap.
Cheap.
It's cheap.
Now we're a bunch of birds.
Wow. Maybe it isn't just cheap.
Why? Y'all, I have some work to do. Or Mark needs to slow down.
I mean, it's just so drinkable. The coconut one is just so drinkable. I love it.
It tastes healthy.
It's coconut water.
And pineapple.
Happy Sail Talk Friday, Patrick Conroy.
Thank you, Patrick.
Here. Thank you for being here at this very unique time and day. But you know, we do these unique ones when we are on a ship, and so we are on the Norwegian Joy.
And here's an announcement to your muster.
Yes. Or calling someone to guest services because they're lost. We should do that.
We should do what?
We should go to a guest services and call for mom and dad.
Oh, I don't think so. I guess they're not announcing anything.
That's probably in a minute or two.
Yeah, they'll figure out
anything else that you wanted to share with them? Any questions that you have about?
Yeah, if you have questions about the ship or the itinerary or anything, let us know. It is gorgeous weather right now.
We're in shorts.
We are in shorts and a t-shirt. But I expect that to change very soon as we sail away from the port of Seattle. Tomorrow is a sea day, and then we'll be heading up to Juneau. Do you know where that is? It's in Alaska. That is our first port of call. We dock there at 1:30 and we're there till 10 p.m. A very nice long port day. I think the next day we're in Skagway, another super long port day. We're just really excited about this itinerary. It's one of the things that drew us into this 10-night unique itinerary.
Yeah, so we got Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan, Nassau.
No, not Nassau. We're not suddenly transporting to the Caribbean. All right, so we got Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan, Hubbard Glacier as a sail through.
Okay.
Icy Strait Point, Hoona, Alaska, Sitka, and Victoria.
And we're in Victoria from like 9 a.m. till 11 p.m.
Yeah.
8 a.m. till 11
14 hours or something.
I'm super excited about all of the ports. I mean, we love Alaska. We love the beauty of Alaska. I mean, it's just a great, if you've not done it, it's definitely a bucket list adventure.
This is a message from the bridge.
Oh,
Oh, the bunkering procedure is now completed.
Yes. Thank you for your understanding.
So remember when Rocky's, if you were here, Rocky's dad came back and said the ship is blocked off. We can't get all the way around. Now you can. Bunkering is officially complete.
Bunkering is complete. So yes, the Cam Fam, that is where we are going. And then they asked if we have any excursions planned.
We've got like 19
No,
excursions.
we have 2. So in Skagway, we are going to do a bus ride. So the big thing to do in Skagway is that narrow gauge White Pass Yukon Railroad. We've done it before. All 4 of us have done it independent of each other. And honestly, it's just,
You gotta do it.
it's okay.
You gotta
It's a
do
cool
it.
experience. There's cool, beautiful views.
I think it's better when it's freshly snowed and when it's later in the season. It's cold, but I think it's just beautiful to see the trees covered in snow and all of the mountainsides. It's pretty.
Yeah.
During the summer months, it's okay. It's
It's a
good.
cool experience.
It's definitely something everyone has to do. But we're doing the van
So
instead.
instead, we're bus, whatever you want to call it.
So the
And it goes up to the Canadian border. It's really cool. It's more private. You get like a passenger bus of about 16 people or so. So you have a tour guide that tells you everything. We had a great time when we did this on the solstice last summer. So we're really excited to check it out this year and see how it compares.
So that's one excursion.
In Hoona, Icy Strait,
Yeah.
I have booked the gondola that takes us to the top of the mountain.
Which I
That's just for views up there.
Oh, the views
Um,
and hiking.
and hiking. Yeah,
There's a hiking trail
there's
that's
a trail.
so because they had some fairly significant bear activity the last time we were there, they had closed the trail off. And so I'm
Really?
hoping that we'll be able to actually go through the trails up top because they're supposedly beautiful.
Yeah.
And if we see a bear,
Well,
what do we have to do? If it's a black bear, we make ourselves big. If it's a white bear, we give it a hug. If it's a gray bear,
you can go ahead and give it a hug. That's fine.
if it's a Coca-Cola bear,
We
I
asked.
guess you need somebody.
I must need another one.
And then that's all that we have booked as of right now. We're still looking at options for other ports. Norwegian may release some extra options, or we may just go out and figure our own things.
Gateway.
Also mentioned with Norwegian, you get the $50 allowance.
Correct. So we have more at sea with our booking. So with more at sea, the first passenger on each cabin receives a $50 credit for shore excursions. And that can be used unlimited amounts of times. You can book multiple excursions in one port and get $50 savings, or it can be one in every port, however you want to roll it.
Now, coincidentally, shore excursions are all $50 more than the other cruise lines, but there's that $50 discount, so it works out really well.
Scratch NCL now.
All right. Candy said it's going to be 100 degrees there on Idaho tomorrow.
I love it.
Might be a different type of 100.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
going to be a
sure.
different type of 100 than Phoenix. Good point.
Yeah. Eric said on his first cruise 2 years ago, they had a fillet at Teppanyaki on the Encore. It was life-changing. Hasn't been as good since, but still great.
It's so funny that you say that because I just took a picture of the teppanyaki menu because I was curious. I was like, okay, what's available? Chicken yaki udon, vegetable yaki udon, seafood, New York strip, and vegetable teriyaki.
Wow.
So I'm sad to see the updated menus without the filet.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
And teppanyaki is just fun. I mean,
It is. It is.
even though we didn't love the food per se at teppanyaki, but I always say, you don't go to teppanyaki because you're expecting like the best food ever. You're going for the show.
That's where it's at.
Where'd that egg go?
It's up in the rafters somewhere.
There you
It's
go.
fine. The Cam Fam is doing in Alaska in 2027. Congratulations on that booking. Got a little bit of time until then.
If you have any questions,
Yeah.
I'm certain you've done all sorts of
cruise
research
lines?
already. Yeah, what cruise line? But if you have any questions, let us know. I mean, we're happy. We've been to Alaska. This will be number 10, I think, for me. 8, somewhere like that. Gina's here.
Gina's here.
Oh.
But first, Number Shift wants to know if we're going to be getting a jellyfish donut.
Up to Rocky, really.
Of course we are.
Where though? In Juneau? Because Juneau has a new location for
So-
Jellyfish Donuts that opened last year.
Yeah.
Or are we going to do it in the original Ketchikan?
Or we'll do both
Maybe.
because they're really far. They're really far apart in terms of our itinerary.
Oh, so we could do both.
We could do both.
My favorite Ketchikan donut still to this day has been the.
Maybe. No.
Why can't I think of it? What is it called? Have you seen the videos? It is the salmon.
Oh, the salmon. Yes.
Salmon.
Once again, 16 and 10 are ready.
Oh,
Our rooms are available. All right, we gotta go. See ya. Bye.
Of a lifetime.
Let's go.
Our rooms are available. You may have luggage as well, so you could unpack and move in.
You can look at your tracker.
Do you have Clorox wipes? Do you have disinfectant wipes?
Non-sponsored disinfectant
Yeah.
wipes.
Okay, just checking. So staterooms, it is, remember this, mark this on the calendar, 2:14 p.m. Staterooms are available
On deck 15 and 10.
on 15 and 10.
So interesting. Excuse me. I swallowed that wrong.
Where's your tracker?
Oh,
What's the
find? Search find.
Find by. Okay, continue. What is
Gene is here. Hello, Gene.
it is good to have you here. Thanks for joining us in Seattle.
Bud is here. He said, "Hi, everyone. Sounds like a fun itinerary. Cannot wait to see the pictures and videos." I don't know if they can hear me over you slurping an empty drink. Leandra's here. Hey, Leandra.
Leandra.
Hope you're doing well.
Leandra, join us on the Joy.
Join us on the Joy.
Join us on the Joy. That should be a Norwegian tagline. Join us on the Joy.
What's the Norwegian Joy?
Hi, Leandra. It is good to hear you. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do the talking now.
Oh dear. The Cam fam said that is an awesome deal. Hello, everyone from Ocean to Ocean Travel. Thanks for being here, Ocean to Ocean Travel.
Welcome aboard.
Connie Ledford asks, who should one contact if we need to book travel? Why, Connie, that is such a great question. I'll just put this on the screen for this announcement.
The new rooms are available.
To announce staterooms of deck 14 are ready for occupancy at this time. Once again, it's called all staterooms that of deck 15, 10, and 14 are ready for occupancy at this time.
How did you get rid of it?
Ready for invitation of a lifetime.
That tickled me. 15, 10, and 14.
Where's the?
15, 14, and 10 are available. It's so interesting how they do this. They release.
That's not-
Oh, I just realized why they do it this way. I've always wondered why they do it this way.
Explain it to the followers.
Do you know why they do it this way?
Explain it to the followers.
You don't.
Well, it's when the whole rooms thing is.
No.
What?
It's so that they don't have an entire tram.
Okay, so
It's so that they don't have congestion in the elevators and stairs. If they opened up every stateroom at the same time, people would all make their way to the elevators and the stairs, and it would be, what word was it? Trampled. It would be bad. And so I think it's brilliant that they do that. They open up certain floors and allow people to get through the elevators and the stairwells, and then open up the next floors. I think that's brilliant.
What I said, he's looking at.
Okay. And yes,
Fine.
if you need a travel agent, since Rocky is looking at phones, if you need a travel agent, contact us, Rocky at thiscruiselife.com, or head on over to thiscruiselife.com/travel. That's thiscruiselife.com/travel.
Thank you, Connie, for asking.
This one.
The Camp Fem said they are doing carnival cruisers, or they are carnival cruisers, so they're going to be soaking in Alaska info as much as they can.
Yes.
We have been on the Splendor, the Legend, and the Spirit to Alaska so far with
All
Carnival.
carnival ships. Yep.
So go to our channel and check out some of those videos and reviews. It's awesome. You're gonna have a great time.
Who else is in Luminosa? I want to get on the Luminosa to Alaska. I know Gene has been on Luminosa, and it is an older ship. It's a Costa refit to Carnival, and so, but I want to experience it, because we've never been on that one.
And this Cowboys. Where's it?
Sorry. Leandra wants to know when and where.
You tell us. What's your schedule look like? When?
BizCruiseLife.com/about. We've got all of our planned cruises going on. Just let us know what you want to go on, and we'll find a way.
And if you don't see something out there, let us know.
know.
2026 is pretty wide open, right?
It's filling up fast.
We've got January. I don't know if we're going to still try to get on January on Excel and on board Norwegian Bliss. Because remember, Bliss was $1,400 for the week long, and it was double points, and so that will help.
Let me guess. Deck 11. Oh no, we're going back. Oh.
That was a tease. All staterooms on 9.
they're still on a barge somewhere.
One of it's 14 as well.
Oh.
Last day, 9.
Our luggage is not to the room yet.
Staterooms only 15.
15, 14.
They're showing this one.
I love it. Staterooms are ready. Staterooms are ready.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Keeping on.
So 2026 we've got January, and we've got an Alaska voyage with Mom and Dad.
In August.
In August.
Because on Virgin.
Brilliant lady.
It's a brilliant sailing.
It's going to be a brilliant time.
It is. Brilliant.
Can you come up with any other brilliant taglines? Okay. Who else?
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
Number shift said stampede,
I was going with trapeze, stampede, trample.
trample,
Thank you.
trampoline.
Thank you, number shift. Sometimes, if you've been on this channel for a while, or if you've ever cruised with us, you know that I can struggle with words. It's just part of my charm. It's part of my charm. You remember that big tall building in New York City that
The
that
Empire State
big
Building.
tall one that Godzilla
Yeah.
climbed up?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Godzilla.
King Kong. Do you see what Connie said?
Mm-mm. I don't know where I'm looking.
Right here.
The drink package is
Right
doing
here.
its job. It absolutely is. It always does on Norwegian. More I see gives you more.
Sandy C is going to be on the Carnival Liberty October 12th. Are we going to be on that sailing as well, Mark? Sandy C, we'll see you there.
Sandy C, are you serious? We are on the Liberty for my birthday. That's actually my birthday sailing. And so we're going to be sailing with my friend Sam and her husband Brian.
Yep.
And so we'll see you on the Liberty.
That's exciting.
That's super exciting.
Keep in touch. Keep us posted on that. Debbie said more mojitos for Rocky and Mark.
Again?
I wouldn't argue.
Candy has a great question. Are there ever cruises up to Anchorage? Absolutely. So you have a couple of options when it comes to sailing Alaska. You can do the round trip cruises from Seattle or Vancouver, which are traditionally 7-night itineraries. Obviously, we have a weird, unique 10-nighter. The other option is you can do a 7-night one-way. The 7-night one-ways will go usually from Vancouver up to Seward, which is kind of in the Anchorage area. Or you can take that same ship and come back down to Vancouver.
Sorry, they're filming something over there. I just realized they've got camera crews and they've got news teams, and
there's
flags.
a
Interesting. Sorry.
Ukraine flag.
Yes. Okay, so keep going.
So yes, there are options to go up there. Like I said, usually they're one-way trips. If you're wanting to do a longer experience, you could book it back to back as a 14er.
Which I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. Or another option is you can do a land and sea experience. So Princess, Celebrity, Holland America Line all do cruise and stay package options for Alaska. So you can either start by sailing from Vancouver up to Anchorage area, Seward, and then go inland to the Denali area and stay at one of those resorts. Or you can do it in the reverse order. Start at the resort and then make your way down on the ocean.
Here's a question. Can you book those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. So if you want to do land and sea, let Rocky know.
Let me know. Let me help. Gene said on Carnival Firenze in June, wife surprised him for Father's Day. Well, very nice.
That is an amazing wife. That is an amazing wife because Firenze is an amazing ship. Oh, Gene, I'm excited for you.
You're gonna have a great time.
When in June? Could we? Okay, no more cruises this year.
Leandra said looking at Galveston, no sailing.
New Orleans.
Or New Orleans. I know. I'm not used to that being. I'm used to NOLA. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't change.
I
Just
can't say stampede and yeah. Okay.
Leandra said, "Will the parents adopt me?"
I think that's a yes, Leandra. I think that's a yes.
She said, "Office retired. Time to start acting like it."
Oh, I love it. Yes. I mean, New Orleans is, as I mentioned, one of my all-time favorite ports. Galveston, I really enjoy Galveston. I enjoy Galveston when it's warmer, honestly.
Yeah.
It was so
The prima.
cold in January and February when we sailed to Galveston, like shattering teeth cold.
Shattering.
Shattering. Like it made me cold even thinking about it. Oh. But we had friends in Galveston.
Yes.
Followers here on the channel in Galveston. So thank you, everyone.
Took great care of us, gave us some great tips and tricks for Galveston. It's great.
Absolutely.
Sandy C said, "Yes, can't wait to meet y'all. My birthday is October 24th. That's amazing, Sandy. We're so excited."
Okay, you're heading to the room.
Yes,
We'll see you up there.
we will see
you
you
up
there.
there. Thank you for kicking our Sail Talk Friday off today, and thank you for the mojitos. Appreciate that.
Well, you may lose some people.
That's all right.
I don't think. Did you hear, Mom? She's like, you may lose some people.
I
We
don't
kicked
think
you off.
so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think we gained some subscribers. We are we're getting closer to 13,000.
We are.
So Connie, it's gonna be a haul in the back half of this year to get to your goal of 25,000.
25 to 25.
We've got a lot of work to do, Connie. But we're gonna we try every day. We push every day. Okay, what did I miss? That's awesome. Oh yes, Gene, I'm super excited for you. I want to go on Firenze again. Okay. So that's everything.
It's everything.
It's your largest ship with Norwegian Cruise Lines yet to date.
Yeah, we'll see if it feels much larger than the Getaway. I mean,
Okay.
it's just a Breakaway Plus.
They don't have an ice bar, which I'm sad. I loved the absolute ice bar on board at the getaway. Sorry, Sky Vodka. Sorry. I promise you I won't forget it if you drop us a DM.
Yeah.
You can do it. Thank you, Connie. You can do it. 25 for 25.
25 for
I
25.
love it.
25 and 25.
Okay. Shall we go explore the ship?
I think we shall.
Okay.
We've been on for
Can
just
I
under an hour.
show them
Yeah.
Seattle?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna pick
Although
this
I
up.
will say that the Space Needle looks kind of weird hidden behind the building that it's behind right now.
Oh gosh. Sorry, I feel we're at Sukhothai right now as these chairs shake. Can you still hear me, Rock? Hi there. Just going to let some folks pass by before we turn this around and show you.
Oh, it's beautiful. Wait. Go back to the right a little bit.
Yep.
And stop there.
Okay.
Y'all, do you see the Space Needle? It's hidden behind that building back there. Way back there. I wish I could see.
Love this. I do want to show you one other thing. I may lose service as I walk you back here. I may lose service, but I want to show you this because it is unbelievable. And I don't think the camera is going to pick it up well, but I'm going to try to show you. She's back there somewhere. I mean, it is just beautiful. It's beautiful here. And I love this exterior wraparound deck on these ships. It's my favorite place to hang out. We love doing our lives here. It's quiet. Oh, gosh.
Quiet except for those overhead mountains.
I mean, yeah, there are those on Embark. Rock, could you see the mountain at all?
Yeah.
You could?
It
Okay,
was
good.
great.
I wasn't sure if I was doing it justice.
Way over there. You want to put that over here?
I would love to.
Thank you.
Okay.
We had a couple more comments come up,
fantastic.
and then we'll wrap up
Okay.
this beautiful
Sounds
day.
good.
Let's see here. Connie said, but meatballs?
We'll see. If they have meatballs on board, Connie, or Leandro,
Leandro.
sorry. If they have meatballs on board, we are definitely going to try them. That's my commitment to you.
Always.
That's
We
my
always try
commitment to
them.
all of you.
Y'all have a great time. Thank you
Thank
to Camp
you.
Fam. Thanks for being here. Kathy B gave us a cheers.
I can't cheers next
Cheers,
time.
nice.
Bad luck. But I promise you, Kathy B, I will cheers you here in just a few minutes.
Yep. Connie said, love Seattle, but only to visit.
Okay.
I mean, it's beautiful today.
It is beautiful today. So Seattle is known for being a bit overcast and rainy. Today this is probably the nicest it's been in Seattle since. Although when we got back from the Spirit, when we got back from the Spirit last year, remember that day that we went up to Snohomish Falls, where yes, it was a beautiful day then too.
Such clear skies, unusual for Seattle. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful from Kathy B. Happy sailing from Sandy C.
Thank you, Sandy C. And thank you everyone for joining us. I know it's Friday. It's an odd day in the week. Thank you and it's an odd time, 1:30.
It's an even day.
It's an even day.
Take
Take us home, Rock. Take us home.
We are so appreciative of you spending part of your Friday with us. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this live, if you are watching this in Syndicate, thank you so much for watching as well. It's been a pleasure sharing a part of our day with you.
Sorry about the technical difficulties in the very beginning. Sometimes it just happens when you're live on location.
Yep.
No matter how many times we test it, it happens. But if you're watching this in Syndicate, hopefully we've had a chance to edit it out if we haven't lost service yet.
Yes. Well, again, thank you so much for being a part of our day. We've enjoyed spending the last hour with you all. We are going to go off and check out our cabin, go see how Mom and Dad's cabin looks.
Do a little room tour for you.
We have to do that as well. And we're going to get ourselves ready for cruise mode. Turn cruise mode on.
Turning it on.
Yep. So have a wonderful rest of your day.
Hey,
Enjoy
bud.
your weekend. Stay safe out there.
Thank you, bud.
Be good. And if you're looking to book a cruise, hit me up. Let us help you out. Let's get you booked.
Awesome. Until we see you next week, we'll post it on socials and we'll get it scheduled here. we will see you. We'll be posting stuff throughout the week, right?
I'm certain.
So Instagram, of course, if you are following us there, you'll be seeing lots of pictures. Facebook, we'll post some stories and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I'm sure you're already in all of those, and so you'll see us. You won't go too long without seeing us.
That's true.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, again.